It's that same old introduction because it's true. Hello everyone and welcome back to the podcast. My name is Simon and I collect James Blunt. Therefore the podcast is called Simon Collects Blunt. In this episode we're talking about a song you may never have heard before. One that barely charted and was never played on the radio. I am of course talking about that absolutely gargantuan and career-changing hit for James Blunt, You're Beautiful. A song that defined 2005, defined an album, and in many ways defined James Blunt himself. Let's take ourselves back. It's early 2005, James Blunt has released High, he's released Wise Men. There's some attention, some airplay, but nothing that suggests what's about to happen. Then comes this third single, You're Beautiful. This masterpiece of a song is often remembered as a soft focus love song, tender, wistful, a little angelic, but James has spent years pushing back on that reading. In his own telling, it is not a romance fulfilled, or even a romance beginning. It's a song about a brief, painful, slightly unhinged moment, seeing an ex-girlfriend unexpectedly recognising that she's now with someone else, and being left with nothing but a flash and a feeling and the fantasy of what might have happened. The core origin story has been consistent across multiple interviews. James said he saw an ex on the London Underground with her new boyfriend, their eyes met, and that was it. On the Oprah Winfrey Show in 2006, he described it as seeing my ex-girlfriend on the Underground in London with her new man, adding that they caught eyes and lived a lifetime in that moment, but did nothing and never saw each other again. That explanation matters because it shifts the song from devotion to distance. The narrator is not in a relationship with the woman, he's not even speaking to her, he's projecting meaning onto a passing glance. That's why this song feels suspended in midair, everything in its imagination, memory, desire and loss compressed into a few seconds on a train platform or carriage. The power of the song comes from how much emotion it loads into an encounter that leads nowhere. James has also been unusually blunt, no pun intended, about the song's darker edge. In The Guardian, he said it's always been portrayed as romantic, but it's actually a bit creepy. It's about a guy, me, who's high and stalking someone else's girlfriend on the subway. That quote is not just James Blunt being funny at his own expense, though his humour is part of it. It reveals something essential about the song. He does not want the listener to mistake obsession for tenderness. The lyrics themselves support that reading. The woman is with another man. The narrator doesn't interact with her. He watches, imagines and clings to the intensity of the moment. In James's framing, the song is about longing that has nowhere healthy to go. It's less, I found true love, than I was overwhelmed by a glimpse of someone I could not have. One of the most revealing details is the original lyric. She could see from my face that I was fucking high. James said the record label wanted that changed, and that he tried alternatives before the radio edit ended up as flying high. But he defended the original because, as he put it, I was fucking high. That matters because it tells you the song's emotional atmosphere is not clear-eyed reverence. It's intoxication, disorientation, impulse. The polished hit that many people turned into a wedding song was born from a much messier, more compromised state of mind. So what does You're Beautiful mean? At its deepest level, it's about misreading a moment because you need it to mean something. The title sounds like praise directed at the woman, but the song is really about the narrator's experience of being struck, destabilized and haunted. Beauty in the song is not a stable truth. It's a trigger. He sees someone from his past, loses his footing emotionally, and turns a passing encounter into a whole inner drama. That's why the song resonates even after Blunt has spent years joking that people misunderstood it. Many listeners have had their own version of that instant, seeing someone once or again and feeling an entire alternate life flare up and disappear. Blunt's own summary is probably the best guide. The song has been portrayed as romantic, but it's actually a bit creepy. That tension is what makes it more interesting than its reputation suggests. You're Beautiful is not really a serenade. It's a snapshot of desire colliding with regret, jealousy, intoxication and fantasy. The melody may float, but the psychology underneath it is awkward and bruised, and that, more than its reputation as a ballad, is why the song has lasted. So on to the actual release of the single. It was released in the UK on the 30th of May 2005, and at first it doesn't explode overnight. It enters the chart at number 12. Respectable, but not historic, not yet. Because what happens next is one of those slow burn climbs that collectors and chart watchers love. Week by week it rises. 12 to 7 to 3 and then number 1. And not just for a week, 5 consecutive weeks at number 1 in the UK, and kept in the UK singles chart for 40 weeks. And that's when you know something bigger is happening with James Blunt. It reached number 1 in the US on the Billboard Hot 100, in Canada, in Ireland, the Netherlands, Spain, Denmark, Sweden, Switzerland and New Zealand. Australia number 2, France number 2, Germany number 2, Austria number 2, in Belgium the Ultra Top 50 Flanders number 2, Norway number 2, number 4 in Italy, number 4 in Finland, number 6 in Hungary. Other additional notable chart peaks include the European Hot 100 at number 1, in America the Adult Contemporary Billboard chart number 1, the Adult Top 40 chart number 1, and the Mainstream Top 40 chart number 1. Incredible stuff. And so we move on to the actual physical releases of the single. Firstly, the UK one-track radio edit promo CD sent out to radio stations in the UK where the term flying high is used. Some promo copies come with a sticker on the back with contact details for 1 or 2 people in the press office at Atlantic Records, and some of them have the name of the lady who's now very high up in that company, so it goes to show you how far you can progress in the music industry, from working in a press office to running the whole damn thing. This promo CD was pressed first and sent out early on, whilst waiting for the UK/European radio edit promos in a printed card sleeve that were used more so in Europe than the UK. These, keeping in line with the Wise Men promos, carry the same standard James font and feature the details of the song on the reverse, also carrying as before the CD with the Monkey King featured across it. The next promo release is a French specific release which features different front and back artwork and CD, and features both the radio edit of the song but also the album version. Another promo for this release, and this time from the USA, a 2-track promo featuring the radio edit and also the clean album edit. And yes, believe it or not, there was a clean album released of Back to Bedlam containing no swearing. This release in a CD jewel case with front and back inlays and a white CD with no sign of the Monkey King on it. A second USA promo featuring the radio version and also the album edit. Radio version obviously is clean with no swearing, and the album version does contain that line, "fucking high." So maybe that's why there were 2 official promos for it. Who knows? This version is in a card digipack with an insert, and the artwork is the official You're Beautiful promotional campaign artwork. It was part of the whole promotional campaign for this single in the USA, with a promo postcard and also reproduced in poster format as well, to advertise the single. I do actually have a signed poster of this artwork on my wall, which is one of my favourite signed James Blunt pieces. The official chart released formats in the UK are this. The UK CD single, known as CD1, and it includes an acoustic version of Fall at Your Feet on it. The sleeves for all these releases have again been designed by Salvador Designs, and this time the image of James is taken from the video for You're Beautiful, which was directed by Sam Brown. The catalogue number for this release is AT0207CD, and the barcode 07567 937 5926. And no, before you ask, that's not me giving you my phone number. This one is known as CD2 of the UK release, has a catalogue number of AT0207CDX and a barcode of 07567 937 6022. It features an acoustic version of High, and then you can watch the video of You're Beautiful and also the making of that video. The CD features James in mid-air having jumped off the cliff, and the CD inlay, if you remove the CD, features the water splash as he hits the water, I do really like this artwork. There was also a 7-inch pressed on black vinyl, which featured an acoustic version of So Long Jimmy as the B-side. Still very collectible nowadays, with prices ranging from around £25 to £40, with more being paid for the mint condition copies that still exist. 2 CD singles for this release were released to the German, Austrian and Swiss markets. 75679 which features the 4 tracks in the same way as CD2 of the UK release. It features an acoustic version of High, and then you can watch the video of You're Beautiful and also the making of the video, issued in a standard CD single case. The second release to the German, Austrian and Swiss markets, 75679 which features the 2 tracks, an edit of You're Beautiful and the album version of You're Beautiful. Both CD releases feature the same artwork as the other singles from this release. There was also a CD single released to the Dutch markets, and this is in a cardboard sleeve with 2 tracks on it. Similar to CD1 of the UK release, it includes an acoustic version of Fall at Your Feet on it. This is the Australian CD single, and as was standard for James Blunt singles released in Australia, it has 3 tracks on it: the radio edit of You're Beautiful, an acoustic version of Fall at Your Feet, and also the acoustic version of You're Beautiful. It's the same artwork as the UK release and comes in a standard CD single case, the same as the UK CD1. The CD does feature James jumping into the ocean, but alas, it appears he never landed. The final copy I have in my collection, and I do still need to track down a few more stragglers for this release, but this one was released in Japan only in 2012. It was put out by the Japanese electronic project Q Indivi Plus. I'm not even sure that's the right way to pronounce it, but we'll go with that. The female vocalist on this remix is called Kerry, and whilst I've been trying to look for information on her, from what I can find out, she's just a session vocalist chosen by Q Indivi Plus to appear on this release. Admittedly, it's a bit strange that this has been released as a single in Japan, but it features James Blunt, and therefore it's included in my James Blunt collection, because remember, Simon collects Blunt. I will say though, I do really love Japanese releases. They always seem to make the package look much better than the conventional UK, European and American releases. I have Japanese pressings of a lot of James's albums, and they always look much better coming from Japan. A couple of pieces I'm still waiting to add to the collection for You're Beautiful is the USA CD single, which has no cover and just a red and black back inlay which resembles other promotional releases in the US for James. But this issue doesn't seem to be a promotional release, it seems to be a bona fide released single. There's also the promotional CD of the Q Indivi Plus with Kerry remix of You're Beautiful, and a 1-track promo CD from Denmark as well. There are probably promotional releases from Australia, and I'm still waiting to find out more information on these from my contact in Australia. I will of course post any new items I get to my Instagram page and Facebook account, so keep an eye on those, details at the end. There was a couple of 12-inch singles released as well for You're Beautiful, 3 I believe in the end, but these are unofficial releases, and I can see no point in collecting unofficial releases, because you may as well buy a biscuit tin and put a James Blunt picture on it and call it a James Blunt biscuit tin. It's not officially released by James Blunt, therefore I don't wish to have it in the collection, and I'm sure the hardcore collectors amongst you will understand. So I'll bring this episode to a close, but I must just say regarding the song You're Beautiful, it wasn't just a single, it was a global event, a transitional moment in musical history. Did it make James Blunt? Well, it made him a shit ton of money, but given how his songwriting and career has progressed through the years, I think he would have made it anyway. I post on Instagram, you can find me at Simon Collects Blunt, and I also have an account on X which I post to occasionally, Blunt Collector. There's also my Facebook account, just search for Simon Collects Blunt. As always, feel free to email me if there's anything you wanted to sell, or if you just wanted to chat about James or life in general. SimonCollectsBlunt@gmail.com. I'll see you all in a few weeks with episode number 5. Keep listening to James, keep collecting, and take care of yourselves.